Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're working on this s250 Bobcat. We're changing some hydraulic lines. I just removed this one right here. I'll show you a bit of how I removed it because it's a tight space in there, and I'll show you how I removed it. Right now what we're gonna do is drain the water because it has water, so we're gonna add coolant. We had added a additive into the cooling system to clean it out a bit, and so what we're gonna do is drain out the water so we can fill it up with new coolant. So right now I'm gonna drain the coolant from right here on this side, remove that clamp and just let it drain. This one goes straight into that reservoir and it'll just drain out completely, and then we just fill it up with coolant. And my uncle went to go buy that hose. When he comes back, I'll show you guys how I'll put it back on and how I took it off. Make sure when y'all do this, the engine is cold enough to do it, because if you do this, it will just the pressure out of it. I removed the cap already, so I know there's no pressure in it. But even when you remove the cap, you want to be careful, because if there's pressure in the system, because of the heat, it'll shoot right at you and it'll cause some serious burns to your skin. Alright guys, so I already drained out all the water. I also removed this back hose. That's the I believe it's the upper radiator hose, just to get this side bled too, because the thermostat's in here and it's shut off right now most likely, so nothing's gonna drain out of there. So I removed this back clamp, removed the hose, and more water came out. So now that it's just dripping like that, I'm going to go ahead and install this hose back in there, put the clamp back on, and start filling it up with that coolant. But for meanwhile, I'm going to talk a little bit of what I've done to this Bobcat so far. So this is the last line I need to change out. I've already changed out this one. I've changed out these two, and then other things that I've done is rebuilt these hydraulic cylinders, the seals inside, because they were leaking pretty bad from right here. Every time he would build up pressure in there, they would start leaking. So we fully rebuilt those, the two in the back, and then these two in the front also did those. And it's a little process to get those done. You basically gotta remove them, take them out. Once you take them out, you start removing your old seals. Pay attention to how they go, if not you'll get confused. But you take them out, take pictures of how they go, and then you can know how the new ones are gonna go back in. So once you do that, you take them out, clean them up, put the new seals in. Be careful not to stretch them too much, because then you're gonna damage those seals and have to buy new ones. So once you take them out, you put them in the caps, and then the little pistons that go inside. You wanna wrap them up with tape, any type of painter's tape or something that's not too sticky. You get like a piston ring compressor that usually you use whenever you put in pistons inside a engine block. So you use that to tighten up the seals, and you put that on a bucket or something hitting the sun. So the sun, basically what it does is heats up those seals and it shrinks them back down, so like that you could stick them inside these cylinders. Once you do that, give it about 10-15 minutes in the sun, check them. You could try to tighten them up a little bit more, leave them 5 more minutes, and then you remove them. You're gonna put some of hydraulic oil around them and stick them back in. That's pretty much all you really do. Once you stick them in, tighten up everything, and you're pretty much done. Same process for all these, for these two, and then the ones that go back here on the back, these I also did those. So yeah, I've done the hose, the cylinders down here. Also, he had a problem to where he will start up the Bobcat, it'll run good for a while, and then this little thing right here will just shrink up in here, like it'll just suck, basically suck all the fuel in there, and it'll just squeeze it, and the more fuel will go in, diesel. And started trying to find the problem with it, but basically all it was is the fuel tank was dirty. So under the Bobcat, right there, there's a little hole. I don't know if you guys can see it. Inside that hole, there's a nut. You remove it and it completely drains out your fuel tank. Basically, that's all I did there. Just remove that nut. The fuel tank drained. We plugged it back up, filled it up, and never did it again. So basically, that fuel was just dirty, I guess, from all those years of work. And that's pretty much it. The other thing I gotta do to this is paint this top of it. It's pretty rusted, so he wants to sand it down and get it painted again, so it doesn't keep getting rust on it, and eventually just start making holes and stuff. So we're gonna be taking care of that next. But for now, we gotta wait for him to come back with that new hydraulic line and the coolant. All right, guys. So there's the old hose with the new one. If you need any hydraulic hoses made, just go to O'Reilly's and they'll get them done for you. So let's go ahead and put this back on, and I'll do a little time lapse of putting it back on. F250. We're gonna be fixing that oil leak that it has up there. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I'm about to remove this part. Just 2 more 10mm bolts and it'll be out.
¿Para que agarres jale o qué? ¿Sí? Vamos a sacarme a mí, va.
Sácame entonces.
Yo nomás estoy ahí nomás.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, so I just put everything back up together. Cleaned up that part as much as I could. Let's see if I can get an image of it. See if it'll focus. So right there is a part that's pretty much cleaned up. No more oil on it. I tightened up those bolts already. Those right there. Tie them up, put the hose back on, and we just need to put that oil filter. We're draining the oil right now, and we'll be done. And then just plug this sensor right here. This one just goes in like that, and then but I'm trying to record and do this at the same time. And then this part, you just push it in. There we go. And that's it. We just need that filter, plug that oil, and we'll be done. We'll be able to turn it on, make sure there's no leaks, and that'll be it. So yeah, it's just, like I said, this is some of the stuff we'll be doing for right now. Just working. Alright guys, we're heading back home. We finished this quick little job today. Tomorrow we'll be back. We're gonna paint the top of that Bobcat. We'll be back tomorrow. and we'll record another quick little video. That one most likely is gonna be just a full time lapse, the whole thing while we paint it, and that's pretty much it for tomorrow. And tomorrow my uncle will let us know if we had a leak anywhere in that truck, because he ended up cleaning the filter. It has a K&N filter, so he cleaned it and he has to wait for it to dry, so now he can't turn on the truck till tomorrow. But we'll give you an update tomorrow if everything went well.